in the corner.
Yeah,
there it is. Official. It's official now.
Go. Okay.
Hi, I'm Sasha.
And I'm Dahi.
This is DNA Slot Cars, and we're doing a podcast with Ian and Doug from Magnetic Racing.
Hey, boys.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm Ian. This is Doug, and we're doing a podcast with DNA. So,
So what have you planned for your show, guys?
Pardon?
What have you planned for this show then? Have you got a list of questions down for us?
Oh,
we've got a few.
We've got a few. I hope you're ready, Sasha.
It's like you remember that movie Step Brothers, where the two boys said, "Interview the interviewer."
That got crazy. I remember that one.
Yeah, stop. Anything with
Well,
Will
they sat
Ferrell
one
in it.
behind the other one, weren't they? And then they poked their head out.
You know, it's top class. What was the name of the Prestige Worldwide?
Prestige Worldwide. Prestige Worldwide.
Prestige Worldwide.
Yeah, Prestige Worldwide. Yeah. I love that program. I only watched that the other day.
That is, you know, John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell. It's good fun.
Yeah, they're almost as good as Ian and Doug. So.
Almost. Not quite. There's another comedy duo in town, and it's Ian and Doug.
Well, almost.
Well, this lady has a load of questions for you, and I can't promise you what's in. I don't know. So no holds
barred. We'll do our best.
No holds barred, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
So where do you live?
So we live obviously in the UK, and we're almost as down south as you can get, near Portsmouth.
Mm-hmm.
So about 15, 20 minutes from Portsmouth down near the seaside.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I meant your exact postcode, bank account, and sort code details.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's GU31, and then.
Well, that's I was actually born in the Enfield Chase Hospital in London, funnily enough. You wouldn't tell
okay.
But
yeah,
parents were over. I was telling Pete about it, and they worked for Barclays Bank at the time, and they had me. And I guess as soon as they possibly could, then they decided to get me out of there as fast as possible.
Oh, wow.
How did you get the idea of magnetic racing?
Okay, that's a good one. So we have it's like a patent on a racing system, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's how it started. So magnetic racing isn't actually anything to do with the building side of things. It's to do with wood routed tracks. Essentially, you bury a metal wire in the wood route.
Mm-hmm.
You fill it back up, and then your slot car or not slot car follows the metal wire that's embedded in the track.
So you don't see cool.
Yeah. So it's a hybrid between remote control cars and slot cars.
Yeah.
So the car follows the line, like the metal with the magnet, but if it comes off, you've got the steering control of the car, like an RC car, to come back onto it. So if you crash, nobody has to go and get it. You can drive yourself back onto the track and then pick up the magnetic line, as it were, to carry on.
It's I really like the idea of that, you know, and it allows then as well, I guess, you know, from which we obviously enjoy the scenery side and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, it allows then for a lot more scenic license because you don't have those rails running around, you know.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
Yeah, and we are working on getting the sales to be able to sell the cars again. We're still trying to get our heads around the technology and make. We're working with some other people to try and bring that back as soon as possible. But it's not going to be anytime soon because it's very, very clever stuff. And as you know, we're not very clever. So
well, I am. You're not.
You know, the thing about it though is I think from it's something that goes alongside slot cars 100%.
Well, totally. You know? Yeah,
and it's not out to replace. It's just an additional form of fun, really.
Yes. I think it could be used outside because the metal won't rust because it's underground, and
yeah,
so it gives a lot more opportunity. And when people are in their garages, especially in the UK where the garages get damp and the track might rust, it takes away that problem as well. So there's a lot of advantages to it. So yeah, definitely.
And you can use all your slot car body shells on top of the chassis.
Yes.
So the chassis is quite universal, so you can put any body shell you want on top. So you can use your slot car body shells on top.
Would you be talking 124 scale bodies?
It was only ever done in 1 to 32 originally,
but there's no reason why not. It's just scaling it up.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I'd be, if I was you, I'd be getting in touch with the boys at BRM.
Yeah,
and I'd be inquiring as to the bodies, you know, because it you know, you never know, might make sense.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
I can see it. Yeah, the original owners back in the day, they had a little track that they used to take round to the slot car shows, and it was always popular.
Yeah,
it had queues and everything around it.
There's a question for Sasha now. Did you have any idea? Now I did. Did you have any idea that magnetic racing had absolutely nothing? That name had absolutely nothing to do with the products.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you?
I think I could tell.
It's one of these things now, though. The name's popular, like everybody knows it. So it's you know, even though it's not directly linked, it's still
we don't dare change it now.
I mean, that's like the building side of the business took off, and when you're a business, you've got to think about making money.
That's
essentially, because if you don't make money, you can't develop the other things. So
true. Yeah.
And we really want to develop it, and we keep meaning to, but we get so busy with other little sidelines. And
with our full track builds that we do, and all these products that people keep asking us to make for them, and
that's it exactly. Yeah, there'll probably be something like that in this chat as well.
Maybe.
What have we got next on the list, Sash?
What was your first ever product?
Yes. What was the first product you actually manufactured and sold?
So it's a little control tower, like 2-level. The bottom half is like a garage, and the top half is like the control center of a racetrack. So it's quite a simple square 2-story building. It's got like a scoreboard on the side from back in the
Scalextric.
Yeah, based on one of the Scalextric products.
Yeah.
The
official ones. Cool. Yeah, and it's just developed from there, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Why slot cars?
Good question.
Okay.
So me and Doug have been friends ever since school. And during school, and then as being young adults, we used to play Scalextrics quite a lot. I would take all my stuff to Doug's house. Yeah. Doug had a big house where, not a big house, but more space than me. So we'd set it up and like going all the way from the lounge into the kitchen, into the dining room. And like have it there for a week and have some racing, and then like little humpback bridges and stuff. So that our love for it came from childhood. And then Doug can tell this next bit of the story. Yeah,
that we actually driving instructors as originally.
Because I've seen that in your comments. Sometimes when you log in and they think driving school.
Yeah, I think driving school. Yeah, if we accidentally log in on the wrong one.
Yeah.
So we own a driving school. So we brought a slot car set to advertise the driving school. So we were going to go to shopping centres with a little slot car track, some driving school cars, and get people to have a go and get them interested in driving.
Yeah.
And then I thought to myself, well, we've just spent all this money on this Scalextric slot car track. I'll make a website to see if anybody else wants to do the same with their business.
Yeah.
Literally, before we knew it, we were doing parties and events and corporate stuff, and it just became a business of its own. But we still have the driving school. We're still fully qualified driving instructors.
Yeah.
So that's where the driving school channel comes from. If you check out our Think Driving School YouTube channel, we've got like 100. Well, I think it's like 50 videos over there of how to drive.
Yeah.
That's I quite enjoy that. I find it quite humorous as well, boys. I have to be honest, because I have seen you two driving slot cars, and I think it's quite ironic. Get a driving school.
We're really good.
I'm only joking. Only joking.
I mean, especially Doug crashing off the table all the time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Believe it or not, we don't race much at all.
No.
Sasha would take us out on racing. She would
definitely.
She would beat me and Ian. If we meet up in May, we'll race Sasha, and I bet you any money she would beat us straight away.
She's consistent, this lady.
She is. I watched her at the BRM 24 hour, and really good. And with the pressure of all those proper races, she had all those races next to her.
I was nervous. I was more nervous watching her doing that than she was. I think.
Yeah, he was like, "I don't think you should." I'm like, "I want to. I want to do this."
She was like 100%. I was shocked that she asked. You know, it's intimidating. It's even for anybody like going in. I'm sure you've experienced yourself. You know, you go into a club, not a big event where there's international people coming to race even, and you know, there's a big difference between people who are seasoned at this and not. Like the consistency is unbelievable. It's very hard to compete. Yeah, and there you have a 7-year-old, and it's like, no, I'm competing. Not only that, I'm gonna whip some ass too, you know?
Like, either way, if I'm not allowed to do this, I'm gonna do it.
I love it.
I like it. I was nervous for you. The beeps went, and then everyone was going at the same time, and I felt the nerves there. And I wasn't even there.
It was, and even then at the last part where she did the I don't know how many laps, maybe the last 10 laps to bring home the checkered flag. Like I was nervous then, you know. It's like
I'm happy I stayed ahead.
You did.
You
were very quick with that GT40.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your next race, Sasha?
Yeah, what's your next race,
What's
Sasha?
your next race, Sasha, you've got planned? Have you got any more?
She did we went up to visit our local slot car club there. So, you know, it would have been not last weekend, the weekend before, and Sasha raced the owner actually on his track. Russell Cox is his name, and he's actually from your neck of the woods. He has the local club there, so we get on well, and we went up and we did a little video tour. We haven't released it because I've unfortunately got the flu. You know, I went and got the flu jab, and I got the flu. Yeah,
typical.
Yeah. So today's the first day. This is the first actual proper video we've done now since I've been sick. The others have just been stuff that we had in reserve, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I guess the result of that race you're going to save for the video, so you can't tell us.
Yes. And the next race after that, it's probably due to popular demand. It's going to be Sasha versus me.
Oh, that'd be a good race.
Showdown in Little Tokyo.
I reckon Sasha wins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet $20.
I'll take all the credit. Tell us about Scalextric events. Like, tell us what you think about it.
Yeah, so Thinkscale events is what we started with, where we do events like we've been doing the last few days. So a company would hire us to come along and entertain for anything from 2 hours to 4 days at an event or a wedding or a conference. So we have like these tables and these boxes, and we turn up. It's all modular, and we build a track and entertain.
It's fun. It's just like when you take it out your loft.
Yeah.
You know, and you take it out and you set it all up like you did your poly car, didn't you, on the floor? So we just do it on tables, and we just rock up for a company and set it all up and entertain them.
And have you? So are you just the tables and then just a loose track, and then additional pieces, scenic pieces you put in?
Yeah.
So we physical modular board set up that clips together, kind of thing.
No, so we've got boxes of track, and then we build the track, and then we normally have to take about 12 boxes into wherever we go. Like one box is track, one box is border, and then the other 10 is scenery. So we've got pit buildings, trees, like big light towers, and all that sort of stuff. So it's all.
I guess if you ended up, you know, say, and obviously you guys could do it, but if you had modular pieces, you know, recessed to the track. The only downside to that, I guess, is you're kind of limited then in what you can set up, you know.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the biggest things is being able to do any size. Like the event that I turned up to today, we did 3 today. So Doug did 1, I did 1, and a couple of our friends that helped us did 1. I turned up and I had to make it slightly smaller than they were expecting because they didn't have as much space as they thought. They didn't plan their event as well as maybe they should have done. So I was only able to use
don't mention the client.
So I was only able to use 4 tables instead of the 5 that we had planned. But if it had been modular on a board, then it would have been, I would have to have gone home. So,
yeah, that's the challenge, isn't it? It's the same thing, I guess, you know, with home layouts. You better be sure that you like the actual layout before you go. Before you go putting it into I think it's a great idea. Like, it seems to me that the slot car scene is very vibrant in the UK. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you've got the advantage of everything is in close proximity there, you know, whereas
we're within a few hours of everywhere.
I mean, out here, and obviously we've been in Australia before that, Western Australia. It's like, you know, we flew 5 hours to be at the BRM event. You know, you guys fly to Istanbul. You know.
Oh yeah, we get to Egypt in 5 hours almost. So everything's it's a fun side of the business. The Thinkscale. It's opened up a lot of opportunities.
We'd love to go to. We'd love to see, you know, that. That's why it'd be really cool to go to one of the festivals. You know. And we certainly always keep an eye on any of the events, and like looking at the layouts you come up with as well, you know.
That's why we like the boxes of track. If we've got enough time to set up, we keep it fun for ourselves. It's not and we just rock up and we just build it on the fly, like you would at home. If you just drop the boxes on the floor and you think, oh, that bit goes there, that bit goes there, and we do that at events. Me and Tim turned up at the F1 gig, and we just rocked up with a box, and we thought, oh, we'll do this and this and this and that. And we just design the track because we love it.
Keeps it fresh for us.
Keeps it fresh, keeps it fun.
And is it all? It's purely Scalextric you use for those events, or is it?
It is at the moment. Yeah, we have delved into Carrera. It just takes up a lot of space. That's the only issue we found with Carrera.
It does, and the downside, I guess, one downside to it, and you know, you say, okay, but you can use 124 cars, and you say, okay, that's cool. But in order to use the 124 scale cars properly, you need to have the shoulders. And as soon as you start adding the shoulders, then it becomes a big unit, you know.
We're building one for a client at the moment, a Carrera track there, and we don't really use Carrera much, do we? And we built this big table. It was like 6 meters by 2.5. And we're building this like big figure of 8 for him, a 4-lane one. And you can't actually fit much on it, and it's 6 meters by 2.5.
Carrera 4-lane, and it's just like it takes up so much space.
Yes.
As soon as you add 4-lane into the mix, it's really difficult to fit. You know, I guess Carrera in some regard, especially when it's digital, it kind of negates the need for 4 lanes because you know, unless
we're building it analog for them, that's why it's 4-lane.
Yeah, he wanted it analog. So it's out of
fair enough. The only thing you could do to sort of have to be able to avoid that would have been just to have that Omni slot box on there, and actually like we have, you know, and it's kind of commercial grade, so you're sort of you still power the individual lanes and everything, and it just might be worth considering that for some stuff. I think just based on our experience with it, it might work for you guys if you're doing something.
Totally. We're up for any advice when it comes to Carrera.
Totally.
Scalextric, we're down to a T with, but Carrera, we're quite new.
I was super impressed with the and actually we'll leave it because I think we mentioned this, but forget I said anything. Okay. Sorry, Sash, stealing your thunder.
Over to you.
What's your favorite custom track you built?
Oh, good question. For
me, I like the LA themed one. Parts of it. I like the downtown in LA with all the LED lights all flashing away. It's not in much of the way of the tracks. It's just a straight line, but it goes down Hollywood Boulevard and
the Ferrari garage,
the Ferrari garage that's there, the theatre. There's some real cool stuff. Yeah, some cool stuff there, and it drops into the storm drains as well. So we've got a mixture of track and routed together. So it's wood track and plastic track together.
That's pretty cool. Please tell me you have Arnold Schwarzenegger on a Harley Davidson in the storm drain.
Why didn't we do that?
No,
we didn't.
We got Travis doing chin-ups.
Yeah, on Muscle Beach.
On Muscle Beach.
That's cool.
My favorite one, I think, is possibly the Monaco-inspired one with the Carrera track. That one with the golf perspex around the edge.
That I really like that one as well. I actually think I was talking to one of you guys about that because I was asking you about a perspex you had around, because I'm still a work in progress, you know. But there's just you look at things that other people have done, and you try and sort of then think, can you implement that or something similar, maybe, you know, just to get inspiration.
Baby blue perspex, and then we got the orange sticker printed specially, and then we stuck that on ourselves.
Is the baby blue perspex, was that hard to find?
Not in the UK. Really quick and simple.
You'd imagine it'd be easy to find over here, because one thing the US is great at is bamboozling you with the amount of options, isn't it?
Yes,
that's true.
I remember the first time I went into the local supermarket called HEB here, and you're like, oh, I need to find this, and you're faced with an entire aisle of the same thing. Just
50 types of ketchup.
50 times, and you always end up with the same stuff.
That's it. Have you got any favorite tracks? Have you been through our tracks?
This is the next thing, actually mentions one. So you want to go ahead with that one?
We absolutely love the Mercedes track you built.
Okay.
Can you tell us about it? How did you build the process?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. I like the Monaco one. I like the LA one. I think my favorite though is that Merc track. That's cool.
So basically, we've recreated Mercedes-Benz World. It's an experience center that Mercedes used to get people to love Mercedes. So the building that's on there is their real building. The track that's out the front is what we've created with the Carrera track. Behind it, you've got the train line and the old Brooklyn circuit. So we've literally, it's like we've got Google Earth and cut that section out and made it.
We had to change the scale a lot on that one.
Yes.
So the track and the building are 1:32.
Yep.
As you move to Brooklands, it goes to
1:43.
1:43 to scale, and as you go to the train on the far end, it goes to 1:87.
Yes.
1:87 scale. So it's all to do with the perspective as you look down the track to make it all fit.
That's one of the reasons why it's my favorite, is because you had to take something physical that you were looking at and think, okay, how are we going to scale? Because it's impossible with what's available. I mean, if you were trying to scale a train correctly with 132 slot cars, it would have to be G scale. It's G scale, which is garden, and that's massive. So that, you know, forced perspective that you did there, I really liked that. And, you know, recreating the buildings, I really liked how you guys painted the Carrera track. I think it's probably the best job I've seen of somebody painting the Carrera track. The most realistic.
Thank you.
That was Doug's job.
We are definitely, so our track's coming along well, you know, like we're really happy with it, and a lot of guys.
Really good.
The one thing that really bothers me is that candy stripe down the side of the shoulders and the white lines in the middle. It's like, has to go, you know.
Yeah, you get some good latex. I don't know what you'd get over there. I got this. It's just our normal paint that we get, like sort of from Homebase.
Rust-Oleum would be the equivalent here.
Rust-Oleum, yeah.
And did you did you use a aerosol base? Did you do it with aerosols or do it with
roller? So I taped it all up, sort of a light alcohol on a cloth just to get rid of all the grease on the top. Otherwise, you get the paint flaking a lot. And then just a roller, sort of 2 or 3 coats, and then weathered. That's how you get the final look, is when you weather it. So you try and paint the track lighter than what you want it, and then you weather it up darker, just with like a sponge, and just wash, just like a bit of black paint on a sponge, and getting the racing line in, so you're almost making it look like the rubbers on there.
And did you use a say a slotless car then to actually paint the tires and run it along to do the
some of it I do, some of it, or I just cut a sponge to the width of a tire, and then you get a bit of paint, you just go and you just almost do the brake lines with a little bit of a sponge.
So in order to get the off track and the crash tire marks, you just gave a car to Ian and just told him to drive it, put paint on the tire.
That's exactly it. Give a car and a controller. Our next track we've actually has got 3 crashed cars on it. We're building for a client.
That's cool. That's cool. So what's is there something in the wings then? Anything you can tell us in the wings that's next custom track that we can expect to see?
We got a decent hill climb rally stage for a client. Nice. That's really cool. That goes up into the mountains and back down. Rally is one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, rally's right. We really like rally.
Wood routed, or is that single?
Wood routed,
yeah.
Single lane loop. It's digital as well. It's digital.
Yes,
well,
so it's got a loop at either end, so you can just keep doing laps. So you get to one end, it does the loop and comes back, and so you can do as many laps as you want.
Guys, I grew up, looking at rallies on the site from around the corner from where I grew up. So it's a massive deal, and I think that we should do a rally circuit at some stage as well. I really do.
Have you tried rally, Sasha? Have you tried a rally stage yet?
You haven't, have you?
No.
It's just like a single lane, like a rally circuit, 1 car at a time. All about time trials, a lot of twists, a lot of turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, no magnets. There's a lot of turns. You've got to get power flicks and getting the back end out and getting up the hill.
Yeah.
It's
got Cosworth on the go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a little humpback bridge on it. That's fun.
Yeah, we've got a humpback bridge on it. Yeah,
that's cool. It actually comes around to one of the things we were going to ask you about. We'll jump ahead on it, but I absolutely loved the village, the terrace you did with the pub.
Yes,
that is. Our extension test track layout. Myself and my wife were watching it, and she was like, "That is what you're doing with the extension." So. What I want to do, and it really resonated with me, there'll have to be some slight changes because it needs to be Ireland and not the UK. But
we can change things.
It's a long, it's probably 9 feet long, the area, by only about 3. So there's good space, but I think it'd be perfect to do like a street, all along, and have 1 or 2 pubs and a bookies and that kind of thing.
Nice.
And I would paint the plan is to do it very Irish, as in, so to be probably whitewashed, without the brick, but then with all the different colors around the windows. That sort of a Donegal Quayside Irish look. And probably personalize the pub and bookies to ones that I'm not never been really in bookies, but the pubs certainly, a Guinness sign, and probably doing Connor's Bar. What do you reckon? Guinness sign? Would you be up for that?
Yeah, sounds good.
That'd have to be lit as well. I think we'd have to put a little LED shining on it. I can picture it now.
You've got it. You've got the vision.
I have.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be cool because we're going to do we'll do a video series like on build and everything, and if we can get you guys then I'll tell you what I have in mind, and then we can get that sort of going. I think that'd be really cool, It'd be a cool build series because I never got the chance to do a build series on our last layout, and everybody keeps asking me about it. We got little bits, but you don't record everything, do you?
No.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah, we definitely
I
help
think
with
that'd
that.
be really cool. I'll have to. We'll work it around. Like we have the polycar track which we're going to use, and I think I'll build around your stuff. You know, because that's front and center. That's going to be the main draw.
That'd be cool. Well, we can get Sasha painting some figures, maybe. We've got a load of figures. Yes. So if we send Sasha some figures, she can test out. Because we've just teamed up with Wasp Slots, and they're doing little interior kits for our buildings. So one of them is a dartboard and some people playing darts. So we can send Sasha some little people kits, and she can just paint them. You can use like Vallejo paint. They're like toxic free, like the Vallejo paint, water based. Or you just use acrylic pens, fine tip pens, like little felt tip, fine tip pens, and you can.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. A little sort of an arcade section or on the terrace, with like Street Fighter 2 in there.
Yes,
cool.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think Wasplot does do arcade machines.
He sells the actual arcade machines with the little stickers.
And I think Street Fighter is one of them.
Street Fighter, I think, is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll give you some figures, and then Sasha can paint all the figures up to go on your layout for you.
That's cool. I'll paint my own one, but I'll let you paint Ian and Doug, okay?
We have got a figure that's like me and Ian, yeah.
I don't have to put my cheeks out, they're already out.
You like the idea there? That is funny. I used to actually build custom build arcade machines back in the day, and I designed them, and then they were built out of routed MDF, and then I would.
You could with a router then.
Pardon? Yeah, I used to. At the time. I used to have good fun with that. But it's similar idea to what you guys do in some regards,
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But no, that was great fun. Ash is a big arcade fan. We have an arcade cabinet in there, don't we, with thousands of games on.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What's your favorite?
We went to an arcade thing in Vegas when we went last.
Oh, yes.
What's it called?
Ready Player One.
No,
not that one.
No, the big arcade. It's all the big.
The
pinball place. Yeah, pinball.
Pinball Alley.
Pinball Alley or something that had all the arcade machines as well.
Yeah.
And all the old classics.
There must be like 1,000 machines in there, but all classic ones. They're so good.
Have to. I've been to Vegas a couple of times, but since we moved here, we haven't. The plan is to go out to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
and I think we should try and hit that place. Do you reckon?
It's right by the sign. You know the sign where everybody takes a picture. It's right by there.
It's right near the Vegas sign.
Yeah,
you can't miss it. It's huge. It's pinball. It's
literally just says pinball and a massive sign on the outside.
Yeah. And you can lose yourself for hours in there. Yeah,
definitely. That's very cool. So that's you up for that then? If I can give you some little bits and
absolutely.
I think that'd be cool. I can picture it. It'll be epic, and it's just ideal because what do you do with a long, relatively narrow stretch, and nothing better than a terrace of a village terrace, I think I can see hay bales, around the edges and rally. Look, I might even try paint. I might even paint the polycar track, and I know that's going to be. I might have to spray that because the way it's very.
It's quite rippled. Yeah, we've never really raced polycar actually. Is it good? Is
it better than Carrera?
To tell you the truth, we had to abandon setting it up on the carpet because I forgot we had people come around or something was happening the next day. So we went all the way through it, and we're like, we had to take it all down again. So we've not physically used it. But one thing I can say for certain is that it will have 15 times the grip of any other of the track surfaces. And you probably won't have to even throw tires on it.
Oh, really? That grippy, is it?
The track chews the tires for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Because it's kind of got that textured, almost like it looks a bit like a hologram when you look at it in certain lights because it's a bit it's 3D print. It's apparently excellent if you're looking for a good surface, textured surface that you don't have to do a lot of tire work on. I would say probably it wouldn't be necessarily the best thing for a rally stage, for example, because you're not going to be able to drift.
Yeah.
You can't do rallying unless you've got the wipers on the side windows. Like, you know, that's.
Is that what you do in your BMW?
Actually, if the truth be known, the reason
is that what he does on the school run sector?
The reason that car has been gone for 1.5 years and a full engine rebuild is because I was misbehaving in it. It's the engine though, wasn't? It was going a bit too fast in a delicate car. That you know, the engine in that thing is like the V10, and it's just so temperamental. And I decided I wanted to check to see if it had the electronic speed limiter.
Okay.
And it didn't.
It did have it, and I know for a fact that it was at 158
on an autobahn in Germany.
158 centimeters. That's all.
Yeah. Naughty daddy.
Yeah, 158 centimeters, wasn't it? She's worse. She loves the. Put the boot down. Put the boot down. She always saying, right?
Like, please make the car faster. I'm getting bored just going. Go to this.
I love it.
I like going fast. I like real speed.
What was the best thing about my? I had a C63 AMG in Australia, right? And it was one of the normally aspirated ones, and it had a straight through exhaust on it. What was the best part about that car?
Going fast on it.
It was too loud, you know. But if I was collecting her from school, she would or bringing her, she would always say, "Can you make it do that sound? Can you make it do that sound?" It was like this fire, you know, machine gun sound when you took the foot off the gas.
AMG, you know? The AMG sound. There's nothing like the AMG sound.
You know what? We have the missus has an E63 AMG, and I took the resonators out the first day we got it, and it sounds awesome. And I can't figure out whether whenever I get the other one back, the sound of a V10 on full scream or the AMG back.
Oh, that's a difficult choice.
It is, isn't it?
Are we going to get that technology in slot cars where they're going to put sound files in some of the cars so they sound similar to the real thing? So you've got the Merc AMGs, the Aston Martin sound. They've all got their own sounds, haven't they? All these models of cars.
Smart Race do a little bit of it, you know. So we use Smart Race, and you've got certain sound files in there, but it doesn't cover all the car brands. And it's a bit of a start. But the trains, I mean, like
the trains have got the sound files. Yeah,
we've got you know, we've got a Lionel one around the tree at the moment, Polar Express, but then we have about to start on a big railway layout in the new year, and a lot of those I've been converting some of the older locomotives to DCC with the soundboard, and it's they're pretty realistic, you know. And there's no reason. Obviously, you're going to be adding a bit of weight. So it depends on how competitive people are. You're not going to use it in a competitive race, but for the home use, you know, I think it's cool.
Yeah,
it'd be quite cool. Yeah. Definitely.
But if everybody's got one in, then it's the same. So you could do it competitively because everybody's got to have the chip. So
don't add another class into stock car racing. Marty's last video, and he was going through all the classes of stock car racing.
Yeah.
And now there's going to be another one. Yeah. Sound cards in vehicles.
You could call it the magnetic racing class.
Oh,
there you go.
The only criteria is it can't have anything to do with the name. Okay.
Yeah, and the car's got to be made
of magnets.
And the car's got to be made of MDF as well.
Yes, MDF cars, no magnets.
Now you're talking. I'll tell you what, the way I see some people driving, it wouldn't be any harm that they were made of MDF.
Yeah,
What's next on the list? Sorry, Seth, we're digressing.
So who's the boss, Ian or Doug?
Oh, good question. Hold on. Who do you think is the boss?
Both.
Oh, that's good.
That's on the fence. You've got to choose one.
You want an honest answer from me?
We both got our own.
We've both got our own jobs within what we do. It's it's completely 50-50 owned.
Yeah.
But Doug's better at some things. I'm better than others. So we just do what we're good at, and then the stuff that neither of us are good at, we work together on.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to do it. So what's how is it split then? I mean, what are you guys? What's your ballpark? You know, is there certain things that you sort of will definitely look after every time, and then say?
Doug's way more arty, so the best way to describe it is maybe I'll build a table, I'll build the framework of a mountain, and then Doug will make it look like a mountain.
Yeah, and if I need anything wired up and stuff, so I'll be like, I want to put a car buried in resin because it's crashed in resin. I need the lights on. I need this wired up, and I've got this vision of this. Yeah, I will make it all and design it and paint it, and then I let him get underneath with the wires and do his thing with wires, and when we're doing that sort of stuff.
So Ian makes it work. You make it beautiful.
Essentially, yeah. So with a track like we're doing now, Ian's built all the tables ready for me. Yeah,
it's a bit like us. I make it work. Seth makes it beautiful.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah. With Magnetic Racing, we both design the buildings. So we're both 50-50 on designing and creating the buildings and stuff.
That's cool. That really interests me as well. So, and have you? You get the opportunity to visit a lot of these physical places, and what's the process? So, if you're saying, okay, right, there's a Goodwood, a building down at Goodwood, you guys want to make. What's the process behind that? How does it actually happen?
So we go, if we can go to it, that's great. We'll take a load of photos, we'll take measurements. Sometimes you can't make things exactly to scale because they just wouldn't fit on a track. So we go and get visuals, and then we both actually tend to take a couple of weeks. So we don't even touch a computer or any sort of CAD program. We take a couple of weeks of processing how we're going to make it, what details we want to put in, what we don't, and then we go to the computer and start doing what we do. So it's a couple of weeks of just churning it over, like in the evenings, and whilst you're doing other jobs, thinking I'm going to do this to do that, and actually that's a really good idea to do that or this or that or this, and so and then it goes to the computer and we come up with a first draft. We cut it out, and then normally about 20 later, it's ready to sell.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the way you guys, you offer kits or you offer actual painted, obviously depending on how busy you are. And when we were getting our stuff, I wanted to get you guys to do that because I thought it was good. There was a lot of videos out there, you see, and there was none of anybody actually, really not that many of anybody receiving a finished item. So I thought that would be cool to actually show that,
that was cool,
and but I think we'll figure out what we'll do with this next one. But I think it's just a cool process. I think it's interesting, how something goes from concept to product.
It's good fun. I like it. Well, I've got a big mood board, so I get all my pictures and I can print them all out, and then they're just on my desk at the back, and then I just look at them, and like the grand billboard. So that's cool. I had a load of motorway billboard signs dotted around next to my desk, and I was like that. And I was trying to build the column shape going up, and
sometimes like we might like build a building like physically and cut one out, and then think, I'm not happy with it, but I'm not entirely sure how to make it better yet. And we'll just put it on the shelf for a month and then come back to it once we've had more time to think about how I can make that work in a commercial way. Because it's one thing making a building, but you've got to be able to make it in a way that other people can make it. And that's a big part of the design process. So there's been quite a lot of projects that we've shelved for many months.
Yeah, and this is one of the next question actually is slots in nicely with that.
What was the hardest product you made?
I know for me, the Monaco Casino. Yeah, the Monaco Casino was one of my trickiest, or the Mercedes-Benz World building.
Yeah.
So it's not out there for the public necessarily in kit form, but to put on a track, that Mercedes-Benz World building took me, was it like 2 months?
Yeah.
Pretty much full time, 2 months, every day, all day, each individual layer and interior. And
but it's 2 meters wide and it's about about 80 centimeters deep. It's a massive structure.
It is.
Yeah, that was impressive that Doug did that.
But the Ferris wheel for the public domain.
Yeah.
I was going to say that one must have been difficult.
Getting that out to market in kit form with instructions, and even now it's still got a label on it for sort of advanced
experienced
modelers, because to make a big circle out of the wood that goes round with a motor, it always wants to deviate slightly, and it comes in it's tricky. So
yeah, I'm Irish, I know all about it. I always want to deviate from everything.
Have you seen Shane's video? Yeah, have you seen Shane's video of the Ferris wheel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's a crazy build, that one.
We were my other half was super keen on the Ferris wheel, but you had to, you want various things, but then you've got to figure out, okay, is this going to work in the current layout, because otherwise you're you end up then putting something in and you're like, okay, well, it doesn't necessarily match, so I would try my best to try and think if it could fit, but it's just not going to match in with what I had in my head, so
it's a big
you never know though. The next extension, maybe that will go in.
If you knock through a wall and make the room twice the size, and
well, just the great thing about being in Texas is you've got plenty of room. So
yeah,
you've got plenty of room. What's next, Sash?
What's next for magnetic racing?
What is next? That is a good question.
We've got a couple of little containers variants coming out actually, which are very cool. So they're part of our containers, but one of them's got a little mini slot car track in it, and there's some figures there playing slot cards. So you can have that next to your track, and there's one's got some simulators in as well.
Have to get that one.
Yeah, so I've just finished them, and I'm going to show them at the market, the winter market tomorrow.
Yes, they're not quite ready for release, but we're going to show everybody how far we've got with them tomorrow at the slot car market. And then hopefully before Christmas, but definitely in January, they'll be out.
Yeah.
I really like the sound of that. I think that'll be a nice addition, actually, and that could definitely work with either layout.
Yeah, the actual track's from Wasp Slot again. So he's created that and 3D printed it all. So it looks really good. It's got little mini grandstands, like tiny ones on the little mini slot car track, which is in the container. And there's figures there with little mini controllers, playing on the slot car track. So
I like the sound of that. Yeah, that's very, very cool.
So we got no major projects on with magnetic racing. Just a few little buildings, like a little podium, freestanding podium structure coming out.
A bit like the one you see at Monza and Abu Dhabi, where it comes across the pit lane and then it's like above the pit wall.
Yeah,
I think I was. Sasha did that interview with Brandon, and he had done his slot car track, and it just made me think. Because we have the Omni slot box, right? So the Omni slot box completely bypasses this the Carrera CU. So even though it's there, you don't ever interfere or use it for any purpose, right? Because it bypasses the power completely. So all power and control is at the Omni slot box. So there's no reason for it to be out in the open all the time. So I was thinking, I'd think we could do something cool that could cover that over and, incorporate something with maybe some spectators or something across from the pit area, something along those lines. Do you guys have anything that you've done similar, or
have you seen we do an ARC Pro cover? So we do what basically a platform for figures to stand on that covers the ARC Pro box. So I guess you just need something like that. Just that, but the right size, I guess.
That was just like Brandon's. I saw that video, and he picked it up for Sasha, didn't he? The little box. And it's very similar to that, just a platform with the little stairs on either side. So we just need the dimension.
It can be removed, you know, as well if you need to, and just placed in. It just kind of hides. See, that's the only thing for me. Sometimes I like to have everything looking realistic, so it'd be nice to maybe look at something over that, you know.
We can certainly look into that. That wouldn't be too difficult.
We just need the dimensions of the box just to make sure the ARC Pro cover fits on it. But we can always extend it slightly and make it a bit taller if needed.
We'll take a look at that after we finish up, and we'll send you a message. One of the things I've been super impressed with lately, actually, and it's the answer to so many people's prayers, was the phone holder gantry.
Yes,
that is good. Yes,
so good. The biggest the bane in my life since we started using Smart Race for analog timing is this big bracket on the side of the layout. You know, and it works fine, but it's just an unnecessary addition to. It takes away from the layout. So that's an essential item for us. But one of the things we were going to ask you guys is, would you be able to do something to personalize it to our channel?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Leave it with us, and we'll see what we can sort out.
We have the obviously Carrera 2-lane with shoulders, so I'm not sure how the size or whatever will work for it, but we can work around that. So.
No problem at all. We can certainly do that. If you just email us your logo in the highest res you've got, and then we can personalize this one for you, no problem.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Cool.
What have you got on your secret list?
We love your channel. What can we expect to see moving forward?
Oh, good question.
We've been trying to think of more content, because we do a lot of content about our own products.
Yes.
But we've been trying to think, haven't we? Like, what else can we do? What else can we bring?
Did you like our video on the AFX?
We absolutely loved it, right? Number one, because it was hilarious. It was great fun. And number two, because that's the set AFX set I had. Actually, it's funny, because Travis has been trying to find is keeping an eye out for me. So is Pete, because we wanted to get that set, because I had Scalextric originally, then we got that exact one with the Testarossa 959, and I thought it'd be fun to get hold of one just to show Sasha what you know, again, something different, HO as well on the channel. And that was great fun. It was hilarious, actually. I really enjoyed that.
Good. But that was me trying to think of something different for the channel, and we'd always wanted to have a look at the AFX, and so I surprised Doug with it. Doug was genuinely surprised by that. It wasn't put on for the camera. I secretly brought that and got it on the channel. So probably more stuff like that. I think maybe Doug needs to surprise me on the next one.
If we can, if I can find it, and I don't know if I can, but I'd already spoken to Travis about it. There's the Love's truck stops right here, and they do a thing with Auto World, and they released this slot car layout with two articulated lorries, as you call them, or trucks. It's a little set, you know. And if I can, and I go into one of those places, and there's 3 of them there, I'll pick you guys up one and Travis, and I'll send it to you, and you can, because I'll be honest, Doug and Ian Carnage with 2 articulated trucks.
What are you saying?
That's horrible. But it'll be just hilarious, because those things are obviously, you know, 5-6 times as long as the slot cars, and there's a crossover. It's
we'll let you know a
secret.
We went to a slot car club before. We won't name any names. But we had so much fun, they asked us not to come back again because we were laughing too much. And we accidentally crashed and we knocked someone off the track, but they took it so seriously. But we weren't being disrespectful or anything. But they asked us afterwards,
don't come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. And we were just having a laugh, and it wasn't a proper like the slotted meet or the one that Sasha did, the 24-hour and the serious.
Yeah.
It was just a normal weekly meet where everyone's just having a laugh. But we got asked to not come back, so we were a little bit naughty.
Because what's the one thing we say? As soon as you have to, what's the first thing you have to do?
Have fun.
Have fun, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
If it's not fun, why would you do it? You know?
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, and we love doing what we do.
Yeah,
we love everything about it. It's not really a job as such. That's why the wife's never keen me going to work, because she knows I enjoy it so much.
As we say, if you enjoy what you do, lads, you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
Precisely. Yeah. And we love every part of what we do. So it's so much fun. But
I guess for us, you know, and obviously we like your product and everything else, you know, they're great. But a lot of the reason why we try and support you guys and buy your stuff and everything else is, I mean, in my opinion, it's the best quality out there, number one. But you guys, your enthusiasm, it's infectious, you know, and it makes people want to buy your stuff as well. And that's what it's all about, you know. But you have to have fun. If I tell you,
that's why we enjoy your channel, because Sasha enjoys it so much, and you can just see the enthusiasm coming out, and it's not put on, it's genuine, you know, it's genuine. She loves it, everything about it. Yeah.
She especially loves when she hands my ass to me after beating me in a race, don't you?
I am looking forward to seeing this one.
I think you know, if I was to be critical of any I guess organized, you know, commercial sort of slot car racing is that, and you see it all the time with is people some people just take it too seriously, right? And they get so serious about it, it takes the fun out of it, you know. And you know, it was great. We had such a great time at the BRM festival up in Tacoma, because everybody had a great time, you know. And it's it's a pretty serious undertaking. It's a big race, and you know, you have to respect that people are going to put their best effort in. But everybody had a laugh, you know. There was the great part about the format was, and the place is huge there. You see the videos, like there's couches everywhere to sit down. You can have fun in between then when you're not racing. So you had a lot of opportunity then to chat to people and do various things, didn't you? So we're keen on that. I'm not so keen though on when, you know, and I have seen it, you know, is that people just get too serious and they take the fun out of it, and it's like, come on, you know.
We didn't crash deliberately. It was no accident. We were trying our hardest. Crash, we're like, oh, sorry, you know, we're having a little bit of a laugh. We were genuinely quite sorry, but they gave us the evils, and they afterwards are like, please don't come back. And we're like,
like Doug said earlier, we don't race that often, even though we're doing events all the time, because we set it up. We do 2 practice laps, and then we're the entertainment for the 3 hours. Everybody else is racing. So we're not actually the best racers on the planet by a long way. So that's why we crashed a few times. And
that's part of the fun as well, isn't it? You know, it's like, look, you know what? It's their loss, I would say, rather than yours.
Yes. Well, if you manage to come down in May, we'll get you down to Williams as well with Rahul and the other members and Pete, and then we can get you around the top floor where the slot car track is, and then like me, you, Rahul, Sasha, and Pete can all have a race at the same time on the Williams track. We'll all if we can get down there.
If we can, it's all the timing for us now with things. So it's probably the way the system works and Christmas and everything with that, the government side of things. I'd say it's unlikely we'll manage it this year because of that. But I would say it'll be something good to aim for the following, you know.
You never know, we might be able to travel up and head over. We're always looking to head over. I don't know if you're managing to go to Electric Dreams again.
Well, I mean, we went last year, so we'll see what happens now the next year. We had a great time as well. Not nice people, so it would be great to see you guys over here. You're always welcome in Texas, you know, if you fancy testing your metal on the O'Connor International Speedway.
Oh man, imagine that.
That'd be
good. We are looking to do some kind of international visit, aren't we, somewhere? We're not sure where, but that'd be cool. One day visit a few people.
If just while we're talking about that, so if somebody wants to sell your products, for example, obviously we know you can order magneticracing.com, and you guys will ship. Is there anywhere you don't ship to, for example, or what's
anywhere the couriers will take it to? Basically,
yeah.
I think we're pretty lucky in the UK. Our courier network is pretty good, and we've sent stuff all around the world, Japan, Singapore, and literally in so many weird places we've sent stuff to. So
that's cool. And if a business decides they want to stock your products, for example, how do they go about that? What's the process?
Just contact us, give us a shout, and let us know they're interested, and we can start talking about their needs and what we can help with. And we've got Slot Car Union in Europe, we've got Electric Dreams in America, Mr. Slot Car in Australia, so quite a few people around the world, but always open for more.
Nice, that's cool. What else have we got on the go here, Sash?
Will you do some custom designed products for DNA slot cars?
Oh, well, they already agreed to that.
We're going to sort out that phone. We'll sort out that phone gantry.
Yeah.
And if we dare doing
cool.
that, we'll do it or something.
It'd be nice to get maybe we'll get a sticker or two, and we can put some billboards up as well. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Your sticker on the grand billboard, that would look cool.
Oh the grand billboard, with the LED lights shining on it. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. You guys have got some really awesome stuff you've done lately. It's it's funny, you know, there's lots of very cool things, but the thing that really screamed out to me was that terrace. It all became clear what you know, sometimes you're trying to, what am I going to do with this extension? You know, what am I going to do that's going to be interesting? And then I saw that, and I'm like, that's it.
I can envisage that. Yeah, Tara's painted a few things for us. We're picking up from the show actually, and she's done a pub and a shop. Yeah,
some houses.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, because that stuff like that Guinness sign and things like that. Now that might be. You know, I don't know how that was done, but I think that'd be awesome.
We can certainly customize that for you.
Well, the actual shop that we've done on our customers track, we've done his business. So we've put his business name on the signboard outside and stuff and out the front. So that's his own electrical company. Yeah.
The one thing you'd always see in Ireland, and it's probably not the same now, but still in the smaller towns and everything, is you'd always had the pub. And the house next door wasn't a house. It would have been at some point. It was a bookies.
The bookies,
And you'd always have people running in and out from the pub to the bookies, and they'd be stood outside between both, then having the pint. You know, it's
feeling confident after a pint of Guinness.
Well, one of our favorite pubs is actually a local one to my parents in Ireland, and it's also a local shop. So you go in at a weekend and you'll see guys stood at the shop counter with pint of Guinness, and then you'll have someone coming in getting butter and bread and milk.
Okay. I like it.
That's good. We need to move to
I wish every shop you could get a pint of Guinness in. It's very cool. Now it's awesome. I guess we better wrap up our chat now. I just, after looking at the time, and I'm like, seriously, we've been already. You have She has one more question.
Okay. Yeah.
What is your next exciting product?
That's a good question.
We won't tell everybody, okay?
2 containers. We're building a whole track for ourselves in January. So
and it's for ourselves.
Wood routed, yeah.
Wood routed, and we've held off some other projects, and we've told them we can't start till Feb because we wanted to do this for ourselves.
Yeah,
this is just a track for ourselves, and it's something that's not been. I don't think it's been done before, scenery wise and stuff. Scenery wise, it's not been done. Yeah, pardon.
What dimensions are you going to do?
It's going to be about 12 foot long and about 4.5 foot wide.
It's not huge, but
it's going to be cool.
It's going to be cool, and we've potentially already hired it out to someone for an event because I mentioned it with another company we did, and they said,
"Get a thing."
Yeah, we love this. We would want to hire it for our event next year.
We're going to build that in January, and then you'll see it then.
Yeah, but it's so different. I don't think many people, or no one's done it that I've seen, scenery wise. So
that's cool. I'm excited about
camera.
Yeah, we'll tell you off camera.
We'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, well, stay on after we finish up, and you can spill all the details.
Yes, yeah. Actually, literally spill the details.
Yeah, literally spill them. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, look, we better wrap it up then, guys. But listen, really, thank you so much for coming on.
Right.
We know you're busy.
Have you got any other projects going on, Sasha, for next year? What's your? I know you said you wanted 100 million subscribers to Travis, but have you got any other projects? What are you planning for next year? What are your goals?
The same amount. You know how I meant like that many subscribers?
Yes.
Double that number as cars.
Double that number. Huh?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm looking at the Datsun 240Z. Yeah, my mum had one, and we had a 240Z and a 260Z growing up all the way through my childhood. Yeah, and I keep seeing everyone with them. I think you raced them, and and the kit Pendle do a white kit of it.
Yeah, well, if you want the 124, the BRM one coming out, probably need to pre-order it from wherever your distributor, because they base, a lot of the things, it's like the railways now, the new locomotives, it's all based on the amount of pre-orders they get as to how many they do a production run of.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw that 240 kit as well. You need to get one of those. I'm trying to get the guys. I was trying to convince the BRM guys to make me an Escort Cosworth 124 scale.
1:24 one.
Yeah.
Is there not much? I thought there would be a bit of a market for that.
Well, it's more about the era of cars that they're doing. So they're
right, okay,
so they're working their way, and they have a certain historic, racing legends and cars of a certain year. So they're maybe not quite, they may do one, but it won't be straight away. Yeah. But it would definitely. I think a 124 Escort Cosworth slot car would go well.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Well, we'd buy one.
We'd no, definitely.
There's 3 pre-orders. 1, 2, and you again.
Show the guys this one, and tell them about that one.
So I got this from the BRM guys.
Ah, nice. Cool. That's signed by Alan as well, is it? And
So that was
very cool.
How well she did up at the event. It was very nice to get, wasn't it?
Yeah.
These BRM. Have you got a BRM car, lads?
No.
I want one. They what they got?
The black.
This is a lovely one.
Ah, nice.
It's the BMW 2000 Ti.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
Yeah, I keep seeing there's a Capri, a Bilston livery.
Capri. Yes.
The Bilston. Oh, don't tell me you've got one.
Yeah, both.
Yellow and blue. That's it. Yellow and blue one. Yeah.
Oh, you've got both of them.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
That's what I keep seeing. Does
it race well?
They're awesome. They're great fun. The Group 2s, I'd say the GT cars are quicker. Those Group 2s and the mini cars are like they all will be okay. You'll even be able to manage them on Scalextric. They might be a bit tight. The Capris are a little bit bigger. but they're great fun because you've got a different center of gravity, and like you can throw them around the corner. You know, it's really, really good fun, and no mags, which is great. Sasha's the magless queen now, aren't you?
Yeah, but I like whenever they don't have magnets, I'm like, and then he tells me it doesn't have any magnets. I'm like, it doesn't? I don't even remember it. I try not to
good.
too.
Is that what you're saying? You're getting too good?
Ian still crashes with magnets, so I don't dare give him a car with no magnets.
You know what though? Sometimes the crashes are more spectacular with magnets because when they let go, they tend to let go on the edge. You know? Life on the edge with ease.
Yeah. That's it. It definitely is. You try working with him.
Like we said, if you're not on the edge, you're taking up too much room.
Now you're talking, and you know what they say as well. Rubbing is racing, lads. Rubbing is racing.
Rubbing is racing. Yes.
That's it. All right, we better go this time. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, lads.
Yeah, but also as I said, what's your next exciting thing? Everything's exciting on your channel.
There you go.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As always, folks.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.